Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the North Fork Bank Ice Bowl, where today's North Bergen Interscholastic League semifinal matchup, the Ramapo Raiders will take on the Wayne Hills Patriots. I'm David Suntup alongside Andrew Gayo and Carmelo Guarneri. Guys, these two teams, huge rivals. They play very physical and they play each other. Ramapo has won both meetings this year between the two teams. Ramapo won the first game here at the Ice Vault 4-1, and then on the second game on their home ice at Sportorama 7-5. What adjustments does Wayne Hills have to make in order to win tonight?
Well, they're going to have the crowd behind their side. That's a huge factor, but we all know Wayne Hills, when it's all said and done, they're still the defending NBIL Division I champions. So basically, they have to come into this game having that mindset, playing them as if they are the better team, and just control the game in all aspects.
Yeah, I mean, this game's a huge rivalry. I mean, you could throw away all the stats, everything. I mean, it's one game right here, chance to get to the championship, and this is what it comes down to. Team with most heart. Although, you know, skill's important, you know, as the team that has the most chemistry will probably come out with the W tonight.
Well, Andrew, you bring up a great point. Wayne Hills did beat Ramapo last year in the NBIL Division I championship game, 6-5. Albert Campbell scored 4 goals, including the game winner in overtime. But this is a new season. Wayne Hills, they struggled this year after losing Charlie Kemmel and Larry Axelband. Wayne Hills went 6-11-1 in the league, and Ramapo was just fantastic this year. They were 16-1-1. So Ramapo has a great top line. They have Xander Pindyke, Robbie Sorrenti, Matty Makala. What does Wayne Hills have to do to slow down that line?
Well, they're going to have to slow them down either way, somehow, some way. But I think the most important factor in this game is the seniors, Micah Bate, Dave Rogers, Eric Suntup, Ricky Fernicola. Dave, am I forgetting anybody else?
Kevin Capola.
I mean, they're going to have to step it up because this could be it. And in their mindset, it's not it, because they feel that they will be playing in that Friday championship against Fairlawn. So they're going to have to come out today and just play it as if there is no tomorrow, which basically there is.
Well, actually, Eric Suntup is out for the season with a broken finger. He could be joining us later in the booth. But what I wanted to bring up, actually, what I was thinking about before is Albert Campbell. You know, the first game, he had a goal. The second game, he had 2 goals. He's just been on fire lately. He's scored in every game in the new year, so he really has to play great tonight. And the goaltending, we don't know who's starting. It's a game-time decision by Darren Amerkanian. So goaltending is going to be a huge factor in this game. What do you think about the goaltending, Carmelo?
The goaltending tonight should be one of the keys in this game. I mean, last time it was a 7-5 game. I mean, both teams were very sluggish on D, and you know, the goaltenders are solid today. Then could help the team pull out a W.
I'm going to send it over to the Ramapo public address announcer. Welcome back to the North Fork Bank Ice Bowl. If you're just joining us, this is the North Bergen Interscholastic League semifinal for the Division I tournament. I'm David Suntup alongside Andrew Gayo and Carmelo Guarneri. So guys, I know this is a new year, like we said, but last year Wayne Hills beat Ramapo in this very same tournament, in the same building, 6-5 in overtime. Do you think there will be any lingering effects in the minds of these Ramapo players as this game goes on?
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be in their minds, especially if they do fall in an early deficit, and they might even become desperate if that happens, because when a team has this history against Wayne Hills, in which losing in big game situations is not the case this year, but they haven't really played any big games this year against Wayne Hills, so it's definitely going to be lingering in their minds, especially if they get in the early deficit.
Yeah, guys, don't forget that this Wayne Hills team is very talented, and I mean they're bound for the upset.
Brighton Sorrenti to take the face-off. Ramapo wins the draw. Xander Pindyke, a star player on Ramapo, controls the puck, passes to Sorrenti. So Wayne Hills really has to slow down this top line of Sorrenti, Pindyke, and Makala. Makala hits the puck out of the Ramapo zone, and I believe, not sure what the call is going to be. But this game, expect a very physical game. The first time these two teams played, I was the public address announcer, and I was doing the penalties, and they filled up the sheet with penalties. Matt Pecoraro had 4 penalties. He almost got a game misconduct. Right to take the face-off in the Ramapo zone. Sorrenti wins the draw. As Pecoraro clears, Rogers hits the puck in the Ramapo zone. Kavanaugh hits the puck in. Controlled by Harrison. Will Harrison, the junior defenseman. Harrison hits up to Sorrenti. Makala gets around Kavanaugh as Dave Rogers is going to control the puck in front of the Wayne Hills goal.
And the magic number this year, I forgot to mention this earlier, when we broadcast these games, the Patriots are 4-0, so our winning percentage is pretty high, and if they win this game, I guess you can credit most of it to the team, but a little bit to us.
Let's not jinx it, Andrew. You know, we don't want to speak too soon.
As we were talking about before, we weren't sure who was playing in goal. As Ramapo fires a shot, Radvinsky tries to deflect into the goal, but does not, but comes up empty. As Carmelo controls the puck, Licio up the right side. Licio fires the shot, saved by Menken. So Brian Rossman is playing in goal for Wayne Hills. He's 6-7 on the season. Him and Brower have split the load. So Coach Eric Hayne making a tough choice, but he's going with Rossman in net, and I agree with his choice. Rossman has not played against Ramapo this season. Ryan Brower played the first 2 times, and he played pretty well, especially in the first game. I didn't see the second game. The first game, he only gave up 4 goals, and he was right on the whole night.
Oh, absolutely. He came up big in these games, and he doesn't get a lot of credit, but Ryan Brower, he's a tough player. He works hard, very hard. He's a nice kid, so hard work ethic, it's going to get you places.
As Licio wins a draw to Campbell. Campbell gets held by Choi. No penalty call on Choi. Campbell goes for the puck. Puck goes behind the Ramapo net. Ramapo controls. As Griffith hits the puck up into the Hill zone. Rogers hits the puck behind the net. Good play there by Fernicola. Ramapo up the ice. Pecoraro against Rogers. Pecoraro tries to pass it for Brian Ix, but the pass is out of Brian Ix's reach.
Good defensive play there by Campbell, taking the puck away from Ix.
As Eric Kavanaugh clears the puck from the zone. Ramapo has a lot of fans here. As, not sure who fired that shot, but it is wide of the net. Lane controls behind his net. Lane passes it behind the net to Campbell. Campbell up the boards. Sorrenti tries to fire a shot, hits off a Rogers skate. As Rogers will hit the puck up against the boards. A big drive at Pecoraro goes high. Will Harrison, shot, saved by Rossman as Rossman hits away with the stick. Another shot fired by Pecoraro, wide of the net. So Wayne Hill, Ramapo really controlling play. Shot by Harrison, saved by Brian Rossman.
And Brian Rossman's just showing his skill there as he's just blocking all these shots that are coming at him.
You know, I talked to him today in TV production. He wasn't sure if he was playing, but he was pumped for this game. He does not like Ramapo. He does not like seeing the green logo, the Green Raider logo. He really wants to put a dent in these Green Raiders and pull off the upset. He's ready for this game.
Well, Dave, who really does like, you know, the Ramapo logo and the whole team? I mean, we were born to hate Ramapo. I mean, it's like Duke, North Carolina. It's just that big, the rivalry.
I totally agree. Even the fans really get into it as Ramapo wins the faceoff. Shot hits off a Doug Bright skate. Another shot fired by Walsh, saved by Rossman. Puck is loose as Brian Rossman will smother up the loose puck as Matt Federo pushes Mike Walsh to the ground. You know, these players really have to be careful tonight. I know Matt Federo, he's a great kid, very good hockey player, very physical, but tonight is not the night to get into the penalty box, guys.
Oh, it's not, but that doesn't mean you cannot be aggressive, and that is a great sense of aggression there by Matt Fidao, showing off his, you know, his aggression, sticking up for his teammates as some of the Ramapo players were trying to hit the puck out of Brian Wilson's glove. So that was a good job by Spadaro there, showing off his aggression.
McGuire with a drive, hits off a Doug Bright skate. Doug Bright a little hurt by that shot. Hopefully he didn't break his foot. He's not skating very well. That's gotta hurt. He took one off the foot early in the game. Walsh controls the puck, hits off the ref's skate. A bait flicks it off the glass. Kept in by Ramapo, number 21, Eric McGuire. Shot saved by Rossman. A bait going for the puck against Alan Rudvinsky, who's been leading the second line. Shot hits off of Massadero's stick, I believe, and into Brian Rossman as Wayne Hills clears. So Brian Rossman, he's looked sharp in the early going, guys. Very important for him to get off to a fast start.
Oh, he's absolutely looks sharp. He's very sharp. I mean, right now he's 5 for 5 on save opportunities, doing a great job. And he's just showing what he's the best at, and that's saving the puck.
As Rogers fires a shot into the Ramapo zone, easily saved by Mencken. As Mencken covers up, and there's going to be a face-off in the Ramapo zone. Yeah, last year Dan Mencken was also the Ramapo goalie, and he's really played well this year. Over a 90% save percentage. He's played great in goal. I believe his goals against has to be in the 2s or 3s. He's really improved as a goalie. Face-off in the Ramapo zone. Not sure who's taking the draw for Wayne Hills. Very hard to see the numbers. As I believe Licio wins the draw. Taken by Campbell. Campbell to Licio. Licio tries to stuff it in. Denied by Mencken. Ramapo on the break. They have the number 1 line out there. Makala dumps the puck over the boards as there is going to be a face-off.
Tonight so far, Wayne Hills defense hasn't been looking, has been looking pretty sharp today. They've been, controlling the zone, staying back. Although Ramapo's been having a flurry of shots today. I mean, they've been doing a pretty solid job, and Rossman's been great today so far.
I was talking to Kevin Spadaro before the game, and I asked him, I'm like, Kevin, so how do you stop this top line of Ramapo, Pindyke, Makala, and Sorrento? And he's like, you got to hit him. You have to be aggressive. And I agree with him. You have to be aggressive, have to get a body on them, maybe get in their heads, So you really have, so Wayne Hills wants to play an aggressive game from the get-go. As play stops.
It's going to be a penalty, Dave.
As Andrew Axelman walks into the rink. He got his tonsils out today, so we wish Andrew Axelman well, but he's here, This just shows the dedication on the part of Andrew Axelman. Before he was in the hospital getting surgery, and now he's here at the rink. That's just incredible. As Rogers hits the puck off the boards. Pindyke and Campbell going for the puck. Makala looking to maneuver. Fires to Sorrenti as the shot is off the mark. Good job by Kavanaugh there on defense to get a body on Sorrenti. Sorrenti tries to maneuver. Fires a shot to Makala wide of the net. Weinstein clears. Campbell up the ice. Campbell gets Harrison. Campbell fires a shot. What a save by Mencken with the glove.
That was a great glove save there by Mencken. Just stuck the mitt out there, and it really right into his mitt.
Yeah, glove saving a beauty there by Mencken. Just doing what he does best.
Albert Campbell was one-on-one there. Do you think he could have taken it to net and tried to make a move on Harrison, or do you think he made the right move in firing a shot?
Well, it was a good idea by Campbell to take the hard slap shot because not a lot of people can stop it, but you know what? It was the idea that counted. It's only the beginning of the game, so it's 0-0.
As a bait hits the puck off the boards. A bait. As he tries to pass in front of the net, and Mencken is going to gobble that one up. So, guys, Ramapo, if their top line, Sorrenti, Pindyke, Makala, how do you stop a line like this that's been so explosive?
Well, I'm going to requote what you said before. You have to be aggressive because if you're not aggressive, they're just going to run all over you, literally, because they have just so much talent on that end, the three of them. That's really the trifecta effect, and if they don't stop them, they're going to be in trouble.
As Ramapo up the ice, pass intended for Ix, and it is taken away by a bait. A bait likes to rush the puck. He hits it up the boards to clear. McGuire and Fernicola going for the puck in the Ramapo zone. As a very hard hit by Ricky Fernicola on McGuire. As Ramapo in transition. Ix hit by Dan Lane. And as Dan Lane is then crushed by Ix's brother, so Ix and Lane talking some trash. Obviously, a lot of harsh words exchanged between the two teams as Brian Ix, number 14, then slips Eric Cavanaugh into the boards. That's not really a good idea. Eric Cavanaugh's looking to get him back. As the puck is hit behind the Wayne Hills boards. Like I was talking about before, in the first meeting between these two teams, a lot of penalties. Matt Pecoraro almost got ejected from the game because once you have 5 minors, you're out of the game. A couple of other players were close. I believe Dan Lane was close. As Campbell almost makes a great move as he falls down. Shot fired by Lucio, saved by Mencken.
And the fans are really getting into it for Wayne Hills. Now, a lot of them have come in the last 5 minutes or so, and they are just trying to get Wayne Hills into the game because that has carried Wayne Hills over the years. They're notorious for their fans, the rowdy fans, and it's the best because it gives them so much help.
Yeah, guys, although I wasn't going to talk about stats before, I mean, I'm just looking at my stat sheet right now, and it seems like a typo or something, but Albert Campbell, 59 points in 19 games. That's not human.
Off the charts. As Lucio takes the face-off. A bait keeps the puck in the zone. A bait looking to maneuver. Bait fires a slap shot. I believe it's stopped by Mencken. As Ramapo clears number 20, Mike Walsh, the junior forward. Sodaro behind his own net. Makes a great move on Radvinsky as Radvinsky runs into the boards. Wales is in transition. A bait up the ice. A bait fires a shot. And he scores! Micah Bing on a shot from the point. Wayne Hills takes a 1-0 lead. The shot trickled off of Mencken's pad and went into the net as Wayne Hills strikes first here in this NBIL semifinal matchup.
And this place just exploded after that goal by Micah Bing. He just took it up the side, nailed it in, and you know what? Once we meant to catch it on Wayne Hill's side, they better watch out.
Like my good buddy JD says, it's a power play goal for the Wayne Hills Patriots. Sorry, guys, had to get that out of the way.
I don't know if that was a power play.
Yes, it was.
Who's in the box?
Number 5 on Ramapo was in the box.
For that trip on
Matt
Albert
Pecoraro.
Campbell when he went to the net.
So Wayne Hills strikes first on the power play. The PA announcer is not announcing penalties today, so usually I'm used to Chad Cutler. I did not hear it. Kick saved by Brian Rossman as Sorrenti flicks the puck up. The winner of this game will face Fairlawn on Friday, February 24th at 6 o'clock as the puck is shot behind the Ramapo goal. Pindyke tries to pass it to Sorrenti. Passes in front of Sorrenti as Brian Rossman gobbles up. As the Wayne Hills fans cheer the announcement of the goal.
And I just want to mention Brian Rossman here. In the early going, he has played better than excellent because he just stopped these very hard shots, and he's really coming to the goalie that he had the potential to be.
Yeah, the goal was scored by Micah Bate and assisted by Matt Spadaro. Matt Spadaro making a great pass to Micah Bate. Micah Bate likes to rush the puck. He went up the ice and he scored. Face-off controlled by Ramapo. Ramapo fires a shot. Oh, and Robbie Sorrenti's attempt to deflect the puck in the net is no good as the shot was originally shot by Matt Pecoraro. Pindyke fires a shot. Saved by Rossman.
Rossman's been real solid in goal today. Saving all his shots so far, just holding his
Pecoraro
own.
keeps it in. Sorrenti tries to take a move. Oh, as Pindyke's shot hits off the crossbar. Another save by Brian Rossman as there's a penalty on Wayne Hills.
And they're going to call out on Bright, I believe. But once again, the sequence there, 9 for 9, Brian Rossman. I think it should be more because I think the scorers table forgot a couple of shots on goal because he is just an absolutely phenomenal in the early going.
I believe Matt Spadaro is going to the box. So Ramapo will be on the power play, and they're dangerous in the power play. Wayne Hills really has to stay out of the box because that top line, which is on the ice now, that's Sorrenti and Licio will take the face-off. Sorrenti wins the draw. Pecoraro controls. Hits it to Makala. Pindyke. Makala. Pindyke playing give and go. Pindyke. Shot fired by Pecoraro. Saved by Brian Rossman.
And I can't even stop talking about it. He's been unconscious in goal, literally. Not Matt Spadaro. I mean, Brian Rossman, he just played phenomenal. But I just want to say something. We need Chad Cutler in that PA because this PA announcer is a little less than stellar.
As long as the Patriots win, that's all that counts. I agree with you. Chad Cutler, this last game could have been on Monday, so hopefully Wayne Hills wins and maybe it'll be PA. But anyways, back to the action. Ramapo on the power play. 1:35 left on the Spadaro penalty. Makala tries to maneuver. Back to Sorrenti. Sorrenti behind the net. Makala to Pindyke. Great play by Albert Campbell on defense to block the shot by Pindyke. Xander passes it to Makala. Makala around a screen from Xander. Campbell tries to break it up. Great play by Albert Campbell. A backhand flip out of the zone. No line change by the Patriots as Ramapo resets behind their net. Ramapo is staying with their first line. Sorrenti up the ice. Actually, excuse me, that was Pindyke to Sorrenti. Sorrenti fires a shot, saved by Brian Rossman as Dave Rogers is there to scoop up the rebound. As Pecoraro tries to keep the puck in as he does. Shot fired. Dangerous sequence for on that. Sorrenti can't get the puck in. But back to that play by Dave Rogers. Good thing he was there to get that puck because if a Ramapo player's there, this game's tied. Very dangerous. As Ramapo scores, Xander Pindyke to Robbie Sorrenti as the Wayne Hills defense was not able to get a man at Sorrenti, and Ramapo strikes back on the power play.
And they just really have a great, I mean that combination Sorrenti and Pindyke, they are just phenomenal as you saw in that sequence.
Guys, there's absolutely nothing you could do about that. I mean, beautiful one-timer. I mean, Rossman was on the ground from the previous shot, recovering. It was just there wasn't enough defense because it was a penalty kill. But what are you gonna do about it? As
Doug Brait tries to calm down Brian Rossman. I mean, I know Brian Rossman how badly he wants to win this game and how badly he wants to play well, but that was not his fault. He had a 2-on-0, the best line in North Jersey, one of the best lines in North Jersey. Ramapo has a great line. Ramsey's a great line. Ridgewood, one of the top lines in North Jersey, 2-0. Ramapo's usually going to score most of the time. So Brian Rossman couldn't do anything about that one. So Spadara's out of the box as Ramapo strikes on the power play. 1-1, 4:31 left here in the first period of play. McGuire going against Weinstein. McGuire behind the net. The captain for Ramapo, Ix. Passes it back to his brother, Ix, number 23. Ix tries to center, no one there. Great play by Matt Weinstein to clear the puck.
And the Wayne Hills, if they want to get back into this contest and the momentum outside, they have to push the puck.
As Ix is denied by Eric Kavanaugh and Dave Rogers. Ix behind the net. His brother wanted the puck. Choi looking to maneuver. Fires as Ix whiffs on the shot. Choi is denied by Rossman.
Guys, we always talk about Albert Campbell, but Bobby Sorrenti on these Green Raiders of Ramapo is absolutely a goal-scoring machine. I believe he might be leading North Jersey in goals. Am I correct, David?
Well, he's definitely close. He's only a sophomore. But look who he plays with. He plays with Matty Makala, tops in North Jersey in assists. Xander Pindyke, tops in goals and assists. While Sorrenti's a great player, Campbell definitely has less talent. Another save by Brian Rossman, denying Makala. Sorrenti handles the puck. Sorrenti behind the net to Makala. Makala looking to maneuver. As Sorrenti whiffs on the shot, but it goes out to Harrison. Harrison fires it in, saved by Brian Rossman. Sorrenti to Pindyke. Pindyke fires a shot, saved by Rossman. Sorrenti denying the rebound as Brian Rossman covers up. So with 3:19 left here in the first period of play, Brian Rossman has already faced 15 shots.
And that's not good for the Patriots. If they want to win this game, they have to keep the opposition's shots on goal low. And on their shots, they have to be high. But right now it's 1-1. So, and overall, Wayne Hills has played a much better game than Ramapo.
Well, I think actually I disagree with that. I think Ramapo's played the better game. Ramapo has more shots on goal. They're really playing aggressive. They're controlling the tempo of this game. But when Wayne Hills has been on the power play, they've converted, to say the least. Carmelo?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Brian Rossman's keeping them in the game right now with a solid goaltender. He's like a brick wall out there.
As Campbell gets the draw. Campbell to Capola. Back to Campbell. Campbell fires a shot over the net. A bait. Fires a slap shot as it is blocked by Ramapo. Ramapo on the breakaway. Ravitsky shoots. He scores! Alan Ravitsky blocks the shot from Micah Bate, takes it from end to end, and fires a shot past Brian Rossman as Ramapo takes a 2-1 lead here in the first period of play.
As that shot there was a one-on-one, basically. Not Rossman's fault because he had no defensive support.
Yeah, believe it or not, guys, I'd rather take a penalty there and get a hook or something, although it's not sportsmanlike. I mean, anything's better than a wide-open shot like that, putting it in.
Well, I totally agree with you. You have to take the penalty if you can. But I believe that was Spadaro. Was that Spadaro or Kavanaugh who got back?
Spadaro.
Well, I don't know if Spadaro was close enough to hook Ravitsky down. But Wayne Hills, they can't allow these breakaway chances. Ramapo's going to capitalize, and Wayne Hills has to play good defense. As Mencken denies the shot. Ramapo clears. As the puck goes behind the Wayne Hills net. As the ref blows the whistle, I believe it's going to be icing.
Yes, it is going to be icing, Dave, but do you think Wayne Hills can get a momentum shift and get back into the game?
Well, they really need Albert Campbell to come in here and score a goal. Like I said, 12-game goal scoring streak. He's been on a great run, 35 goals, 29 assists. He's their playmaker, and he'll have to come up big like he did last year in the final if Wayne Hills wants to win this game. They need a breakaway by Campbell. That could really be their biggest spark. As Brian Rossman has definitely played well enough, keeping Wayne Hills in this game. As Wayne Hills wins the draw, Lane keeps the puck in, controlled by Pindyke. Pindyke passes it up to Sorrenti. Campbell brings the puck into the Ramapo zone as the puck is taken away by Ramapo. Mackel out up to Sorrenti. Sorrenti against Bright. As the ref blows the whistle. Not sure what the call is going to be. Could be offsides.
Little trash talk there going on between Bright and Sorrenti. Could be a little fight brewing up.
Well, a lot of trash talking last couple of games. Dan Lane, Brian Ix, Dave Rogers, Robbie Sorrenti. You know, Robbie Sorrenti, as good as he is, he's a cocky kid. Dave Rogers, Sorrenti went to the box in the first game for, I'm not sure what the penalty was, and then Sorrenti guaranteed Rogers that Sorrenti would get a hockey scholarship to Boston College. And Dave Rogers obviously disagreed with him. And I agree with Dave Rogers. As good as Sorrenti is, he's not going to Boston College for hockey. Anyways, back to the action here. As Ramapo takes away the puck at mid-ice. Controlled by Campbell. Campbell up to Weinstein. Weinstein hits the puck into the Ramapo zone. Mencken out to hit the puck behind his own net. Is almost hit by Lucio. That would have been a penalty on Lucio. It still might be as Mencken skates to his bench. So Ramapo will go on the power play here with 1:38 left in the first period. So Ramapo capitalized the first time on the power play. So Wayne Hills, they really have to work on staying out of the box, as Lucio is going to go to the penalty box, probably for interference.
One of the keys here tonight for Wayne Hills is their defense. I mean, their defense has been looking pretty terrible. I mean, it's been horrendous so far. They have to contain and just stay in the zone, force them to take shots from the point. Can't let them get breakaways and just dysfunction from past the zone.
Mackel up the ice, going against Campbell. Mariposa, number one line out there. Pecoraro shot blocked by Matt Weinstein. Great play by Weinstein to get down the ice and block the shot. Puck goes behind the net. Sorrenti against Rogers. They were talking some trash the first meeting. Campbell tries to clear. Pecoraro fires a shot, saved by Rossman. Another shot by Pindyke, denied by Rossman. Mackel behind the net. Mackel in front of Pecoraro, wide of the net. Harrison passes it to Mackel, to Pindyke. Pindyke blocked by Rogers. As Sorrenti and Kevin Spadaro go for the puck. Shot fired by Pecoraro. Hits off a Rogers stick wide of the net. Harrison to Pecoraro. Pecoraro fires a shot. Saved by Rossman. Sorrenti gets the rebound as it hits off of Dave Rogers. A fantastic play by Dave Rogers to get down the ice and block the shot. Dave Rogers without a stick. Very dangerous as Dave Rogers tries again to stop the puck. As the shot by Pendikis and Sorrenti puts it through. 3-1 Ramapo as Ramapo capitalizes on the power play again.
Now, I don't know what it is because they're just not getting any help, Brian Ross, on those rebounds because as you just saw in that sequence, Rogers and Campbell beating their heart outs there, trying to dive all over the place, but they need more help than that. They cannot carry this team on defense. If they want to win this game, they need more support from everybody. They need a supporting cast that's going to help bring them to victory.
Yeah, Rossman's got to keep his head up. I mean, he's playing absolutely incredible. He's playing phenomenal out there. It's not his fault. I mean, defense has got to build more chemistry, and they got to work together and just, take it easy and just try and get back in this game.
15 seconds left here in the first period as Campbell controls the puck. Campbell tries to pass it to a bait as the puck is picked off by number 8 of the Ramapo Raiders, Edlin Choi, as the ref blows the whistle. Brian Ross, just like you said, Carmelo, he's playing fantastic. 18 saves on 21 shots. As Ix, the brother of Brian Ix, K. Ix, is going to the penalty box. So Wayne Hills, this is going to be a very important 2 minutes for them to try to get back into this game. But on that last Ramapo goal, Dave Rogers was the only one by the net. He was without a stick. He already blocked 2 shots, so Wayne Hills had to have someone else in front of the net covering Sorrenti. Sorrenti was wide open, so he just came in and boom, he had a goal. 7 seconds left here in the first period. Choi and Campbell take the face-off. Federo shoots the puck in as Ramapo is just going to let the first period expire. And at the end of the first period here at the North Fork Bank Ice Vault, the Ramapo Raiders are defeating the Wayne Hills Patriots 3-1. Guys, what are your thoughts on the first period?
Well, in the beginning part, on the whole, I thought that Wayne Hills was the better team, but then towards the end, it just looked like on defense they were breaking down. Maybe communication was a part of it because Ramapo just looked like they shot out of a cannon and just were shooting very well. And if Wayne Hills wants to get back into this contest, they're going to have to really tighten up on D and get a great shot selection.
Yeah, Ramapo's really showing their true colors out there now. They're heavy favorites in this game. Supposed to win. People are saying 4 or 5-1, and now they're showing what they're made of. But Brian Rossman is keeping them in the game, and still got a legit shot. These Wayne Hills Patriots. They just got to get it together. Just do what they can out there.
Well, guys, when these teams played last year in the same NBIL tournament, they played the championship game. Wayne Hills was down 4-2 after 2 periods of play. And I believe they were down 5-2 at one point in that game. Not totally sure. So Wayne Hills, they have to be confident that they could come back. But this is definitely a much different Ramapo team than last year.
Oh, it is. It's a more experienced team, to say the least, because basically they had the same returning core of players, minus Lugo, who has gone off to bigger and better things. But this team really has, I've seen Sorrenti really flourish as a player. Xander Pendike really come out of his mold. So this team is a better team. They've become a better team. But Wayne Hills, we all know it's Wayne Hills Ramapo. Anything can happen.
And Ramapo definitely has a lot more fan support. Ramapo plays their home games at Sportorama in Muncie, New York. So the fans, they don't like to travel that far. But when they play at the Ice Vault, it's only about 15 minutes from Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. So a lot of fans are here. And they even have a mascot, the Tiger, number 16. I wonder if Adrian Pizzari or Chris Hogan are wearing the costume today.
I think they're still recovering from that football loss.
Yeah, 41-13. Pretty devastating. Pizzari, he has basketball, he has baseball, and Hogan has lacrosse. Anyways, back to the action as the bait controls the puck. Wayne Hills is on the power play for 1:44. A bait behind the net. A bait fires a shot off the pad of Mencken as Brian Ix clears.
And we're seeing something that we saw last year in the NBIL championship. Albert Campbell is playing on defense, so maybe they're going with the same strategy.
Actually, guys, I'm not even sure. Maybe Wayne Hills had 1 goal in the first period. I don't think Campbell had a goal in the first period.
No, he did not. He got all his goals in the second and third.
And in overtime. Don't forget the overtime one.
And Larry Axelband also got a goal in that game.
2 goals in that game.
2 goals. Big player in that game.
Larry Axelband, the
Spadero.
enforcer.
tries to center, blocked by Pecoraro. Yes, Carmelo?
Yeah, we need a player like that out there. I mean, we're really missing Larry Axelman. I mean, he was just a huge asset to the team, just laying down big hit after big hit, getting the fans into it, and just building the momentum.
And he's also a huge goal scorer. Last year, he had over 20 goals, close to 20 assists. He knew how to play the game of hockey, very aggressive, very smart player as the refs blow the whistle. But I guess you could say last year, Dave Rogers missed most of the season with a broken collarbone. So maybe addition by subtraction here, even though both played in that championship game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it would be scary to think of a team last year that had a healthy Dave Rogers, a healthy Bobby Griffin, and a healthy Ricky Franicola. That would have been scary.
As Ramapo is going to be at a 5-on-3 disadvantage as Mike Walsh is in the box for 2 minutes. So Wayne Hills will have 43 seconds of 5-on-3 time. So Wayne Hills has not had a better opportunity than they do right now. Abate controls the puck. Abate's going to take the puck up the ice. Abate going against Makala as Abate falls down. Campbell controls the puck. Passes it across to Rogers. 23 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Rogers fires a shot wide of the net. Campbell controls the puck. 14 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Campbell fires a shot. Saved by Mencken as Justin Lucio goes in for the rebound. And Mencken gives Lucio a little shove there.
Well, that's just very unsportsmanlike there. But I didn't think Lucio intended to hit the puck out of his glove. But you know what? Mencken, that was a dirty play.
Yeah, Wayne Hills has been having problems all year on the power play. I mean, they really got to get something going. I mean, 10 seconds left, 5-on-3. This is their chance right now to get back in the game.
Lucio and Ix to take the faceoff in the Ramapo zone. Campbell gets the puck. Ramapo whiffs on the curling attempt. Shot saved by Mencken as he denies Justin Lucio. As the 5-on-3 is over with, as number 23, Ix comes out of the box. Ramapo clears. 1:08 left on the power play for Wayne Hills. So Ramapo trying to make a huge stand here. They already killed off the 5-on-3. Rogers up the ice. Rogers tries to deke Choi as Choi hits the puck away from Rogers. Abate up the ice. Harrison tries to clear as the puck goes right by the Wayne Hills goal. Ix tries to center it, no one there. 34 seconds left on the power play. Dan Lade, up the ice. Dan Lade tries to center it to Lucio. No avail. Harrison clears the puck. Stopped by Rossman. 21 seconds left on the power play. 12:08 here left in the second period of play. If you're just joining us, I'm David Suntup alongside Andrew Gayo, Carmelo, Guarneri. The Ramapo Raiders are defeating the Wayne Hills Patriots 3-1 in this NBIL semifinal matchup. Campbell up the ice, makes a couple of moves. As the puck is taken away by Makala. Weinstein goes for the puck. Harrison clears the puck. Up to Sorrenti. Sorrenti against Kavanaugh. A matchup with two number 28s. Sorrenti tries to center it. Pass it to Makala. Makala shoots. He scores! Another 2-on-1 for Ramapo. Ramapo skating down the ice in transition. Robbie Sorrenti against Kavanaugh. Makala just skates down the ice. No one on him. Sorrenti passes it to Makala as Makala fires a shot past Brian Rossman. 4-1 in favor of the Ramapo Raiders.
And that defense just has to tighten up. I mean, you can't keep giving breaks like that to the Ramapo Raiders. Just skate down the ice and get these open shots and one-on-one opportunities with Brian Rossman. You got to give him more support.
Yeah, Sorrenti to Pindyke is a great combination. I mean, they work really well together. I mean, one of them is great on assists, Pindyke, and
actually
Sorrenti.
Makala scored the goal. As Wayne Hills is going to call a timeout. I mean, the defense, it's just horrendous. You know, I don't like to criticize like this, but, I mean, Ramapo is getting 2-on-1 opportunities, 2-on-0s. They're getting all their goals on breaks.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, even though Ramapo's a superior team than us, I mean, we could keep it closer if we focus more on defense. And that's been the story all year, guys. Our defense just has been subpar and hasn't been a cohesive unit like it should, like the Ramapo's defense, you know?
And quite frankly, you know, they're losing 4-1 here, but what's making it very irritating, I don't know in you guys, but my guys' heads, This PA announcer, I cannot stand. She is horrible. She has no enthusiasm. She is stuttering. Where is Chad Cutler when you need him? Chad, get here. This PA announcer is terrible.
Well, Andrew, Ramapo was the home team. So
I don't
they
care,
brought their-
Dave. This is.
Hey, it's the way it works. Last year, Wayne Hills had a better record than Ramapo, so Chad was the public address announcer. As both teams regroup. The PA announcer messed up on who scored the goal. It was scored by Matty Makala, as Sorrenti had the assist, and same with Will Harrison.
And Coach Olson has just walked in attendance tonight.
Yeah, a little fight going on between the mascot of Ramapo and some Wayne Hills.
Weinstein hits the puck into the Ramapo zone. Last time these two teams played here at the North Fork Bank Ice Vault, Wayne Hills and Ramapo fans got into a fight, and a couple of fans were ejected from the game. So a lot of security here trying to make sure the fans play nice today. Griffith around his own net. Hit off by Coppola. Coppola tries to center, no one there. As Sorrenti is up the ice. He's got pinned Dyke and Makala. 3-on-1. Makala fires a shot, saved by Brian Rossman. Makala should have passed that puck there. He had a 3-on-1. You know, a bait was basically a cold turkey there, back there by himself. I don't know why Makala didn't pass the puck. As Coppola tries to center, it is hit away by Mencken. Ramapo makes a line change. Makala to the bench. As the puck is cleared out of the Wayne Hill zone. As Griffith for Ramapo clears. Game is starting to get more physical as Andrew Dyke just hits Doug right to the ground. A bait. Shot. Saved. As the puck almost goes in the net, and it is saved by Chris Martin. Great play by Martin to save the puck from crossing the line.
And that puck just was going across the line. I mean, that was really close to being a goal, and Martin just got to stick right in there.
A huge miscommunication there between Mencken and his fellow defender. I mean, he didn't know where the puck was, and that puck almost slid right through. But you know, right now they're not looking too happy, this Ramapo defense. So now's Wayne Hills' chance for possibly some Campbell magic, you know.
As Bright and Sorrenti are still jawing, you know, these players have to be careful, especially Doug Bright. Doug Bright, such a huge part of this team this year. 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. When you're down 4-1, you can't be trash talking like that. I mean, just look at the scoreboard. Ramapo's winning 4-1. Anything that Bright says, Sorrenti could just say, look at the scoreboard. And Bright cannot afford to get into the penalty box here. Harrison pins for Nicole up against the boards. As Ramapo clears the puck. As number 20 for Ramapo, Mike Walsh, slips. Shot fired, saved by Brian Ross, and the shot was fired by Chris Martin, the sophomore forward. Federo handles the puck behind his net. Hits it up to Lane. Puck is cleared by Wayne Hills, handled by Pecoraro. I was talking to Rich Stambulian, a sports columnist from the Wayne today, and he said it first. If Wayne Hills doesn't stay out of the box, they're going to be in trouble. Shot fired by Campbell, pad saved by Mencken. As Ricky Fernicolo just hits Ravinsky into the boards. As Fernicolo gets leveled by Pecoraro. Martin hits it up to Ravinsky. Ravinsky scored the second goal in this game, I believe. Rossman gives it to Lane. Wayne Hills trying to clear. As Ramapo strikes again, not sure who got the goal. It could be Edlin Choi, not sure. I think it is Edlin Choi. He just stole the puck from a Wayne Hills player who tripped. As Ramapo takes a 5-1 lead here in the second period.
Guys, total domination here right now. I mean, I was trying to be optimistic before, but before the game we were predicting scores, and I had a feeling it would be close to 6-1, 6-2, but the way things are looking right now, it could be even worse. I mean, if Wayne Hills doesn't get anything going soon.
Lucio to take the face-off, going against Brian Ix. Lucio draws it back to Kavanaugh. Ramapo, another chance as Ix fires a shot, and he scores on the backhand. 6-1 Ramapo with 8:52 left here in the second period. This is just inexcusable. I mean, Lucio won the face-off, and Ix just takes the puck away and skates it and scores on the backhander. I mean, you can't win if you play like that.
I mean, if Wayne Hills wants this game so bad, they really have to just come out of their mold. I mean, they have to calm their emotions and just play smart hockey because they are not doing that right now.
As Wayne Hills makes a goalie change, brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Study hard and get good grades. Ryan Brower comes into the game, but Ryan Rossman has nothing to be ashamed about. He played a fantastic game today. I know Ramapo scored 6 goals, but they've scored on breakaways, 2 on O's. You know, the defense has really let Brian Rossman down here today. Brian Rossman's just playing fantastic, and now he's sitting on the bench, and he's not happy. And I feel really bad for Brian.
No, absolutely not. Brian should not be ashamed at his performance. If anything, he should be ashamed at the team's performance because he has, honestly, I think he's played his best game this year because he has gotten none to zero support on the defensive end.
Well, I think the best game he played in goal was the Indian Hills game where he gave up only 3 goals against a team like Indian Hills.
This doesn't change anything about Mr. Rossman. I mean, he's still a great goalie and still a great person.
As Ryan Brower enters the game, it was a very hard decision for Coach Amber Kane to decide who was going to play in goal. As Wayne Hills down the ice, Licio fires a backhander, hit away by Mencken. You know, Rossman has won more games, but goals against is pretty close. As Ramp has another chance, Makala skating in, tries to center it, and it's deflected by Kavanaugh. But goals against, there isn't much of a difference here, as Brower makes a pad save.
Now, with all due respect to Ryan Brower, I don't see why you make the goalie switch now because, I mean, as you know, poor the defense was, Ryan Brower's coming in cold off the bench, and I mean, we all know he's got the talent, but when he's coming off cold off the bench, I don't know how his performance can be in this game unless, you know what, he's mentally prepared. That's the key.
Well, last week against Northern Highlands, Brian Rossman had a tough go-around. He gave up 5 goals on 12 shots. Actually, 5 goals on 17 shots as Ramapo skates in. So Ryan Brower came into that game and he only gave up 1 goal on 7 shots. And in the first round of this tournament, he came in. They split half a game just so Coach Amber Kane could get them both playing time, as Campbell cannot handle the pass from Fernicola.
Well, Brower looks like a big kid. I mean, he reminds me of John Graham of the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, very solid goaltender. I mean, reason why he doesn't start all the time, he's a very good goalie, but I mean, he's not the fastest guy from side to side, obviously because of his size, but, you know, looks like a pretty solid goaltender in there, and he could, you know, it's big enough to control the net.
Well, he's definitely big. He's good with the pads. But looking at the stats in the season, Brian Rossman was basically 5.5 and 7. And as Zach Migg still he's still optimistic about this game, as Zach Migg, star safety on the Football Patriots, walks by. And Ryan Brower was 2-6-1 on the season, but you could basically give each one of them a half a win for Wayne Hills' last win against Detmers. They both split half a game. But the goals against was close. Brian Rossman's is a little bit lower than Ryan Brower's. But this is definitely a tough spot for Brower. Coming into this game, facing a team like Ramapo, he was sitting on the bench cold. Definitely tough to come into a situation like this. But, hey, it could be the last game of the year, so you just got to give it all you have.
Hopefully not.
Definitely agree with you, Andrew, as Campbell passes across to Rogers as the puck goes outside the line as ref blows the whistle. While we have a moment, I'd like to give you tonight's trivia question, which is brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Study hard and get good grades. Albert Campbell leads the Patriots in goals this season with 35 goals coming into tonight's game. Who has scored the second most goals this season? A. Doug Bright, B. Justin Licio, C. Dave Rogers, or D. Micah Bate? Answer coming up shortly.
Questions, comments, criticisms, concerns, email us, please, WayneHillsTV@yahoo.com. That is WayneHillsTV@yahoo.com.
As Pecoraro clears, handled by D'Arienzo. Pecoraro hits it up the boards. Pecoraro controls the puck. Skates into the Wayne Hills zone. As Robert D'Arienzo just gets hit hard by a Rebel player. Campbell up the ice, 1-on-1 against Harrison. Campbell fires a shot, saved by Mencken, another save by Mencken, as I believe they were going to call, yes, they call out tripping penalty on Will Harrison, as Will Harrison is going to the box for 2 minutes. No question about that one.
And we all know that, you know, it's a 5-goal deficit here, but last year it was a 4-goal deficit for Wayne Hills, so they can come back in. They have Albert Campbell, so the odds are against them, but it's not done yet.
The difference in this game, though, is that the Ramapo defense has found a way to stop Albert Campbell. I mean, We thought it could never be done, but so far they found a way to stop him.
As Campbell comes off the ice a little awkward. He was skating in, and after he got tripped by Harrison, that definitely affected his shot. Licio fires a shot, saved by Mencken, another save by Mencken, as Mencken covers up. Anyway, guys, while we have a moment, I'd like to give you the answer to tonight's trivia question, which was brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Study hard and get good grades. The question was, Albert Campbell leads the Patriots in goals this season with 35 goals coming into tonight's game. He has not scored yet in this game. Who has scored the second most goals this season? The choices were A. Doug Bright, B. Justin Licio. As Licio fires a shot, stoned by Mencken. The choices were A. Doug Bright, B. Justin Licio, C. Dave Rogers, or D. Micah Bate. If you said Dave Rogers, you are correct. Dave Rogers has scored 17 goals on the season. As the shot by Dave Rogers deflected by Justin Licio as Mencken covers up.
And I mean, Wayne Hills has the right idea. They just have to keep going because if they keep doing it, eventually they will execute.
5:53 left here in the second period of play. Ramapo is beating Wayne Hills in this NBIL semifinal tournament game 6-1. Shots on goal in favor of Ramapo, 28-19, as Michael Bate cannot keep the puck in the zone. Bate tries to turn around as he is tripped by Evan Choi, and Evan Choi is going to the box. So if Wayne Hills wants any chance of getting back into this game, they'll have a minute and 27 seconds of 5-on-3.
And they're gonna have to capitalize because if they don't, I mean, they still have the chances, but everything. They have to take advantage of every little opportunity that comes along Wayne Hills their way.
Now Wayne Hills has been putting some shots on the board, playing a little defense, hold it for the last 4 or 5 minutes, keeping the score to 6-1. I mean, they still got a chance. Never count them out.
Campbell against McGuire. Campbell passes back to Rogers. 5-on-3 here. Rogers maneuvers behind the net. Licio in front of the net. Rogers looking to pass the puck. Rogers skates to the left. Rogers passes it across to a Bate. A Bate fires a shot from the point. Blocker saved by Mencken. Licio controls the puck. 54 seconds left here on the 5-on-3 for Wayne Hills. Rogers to Campbell. Campbell almost loses his footing. Rogers to shoot it. Rogers fires a shot from the point. Stopped by Mencken. As Justin Licio, I believe they're calling interference on Licio as he will go to the box.
Still going to have an man advantage. It's going to be 4-on-3, so Wayne Hills still has to try to capitalize.
It could be interference, not sure. But Wayne Hills would have had 40 seconds left of 5-on-3. So now they will play 4-on-3 for 40 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne Hills has some good defenders who can shoot from the point, but I mean, they need to get deflections and just easy goals any way they can.
Wayne Hills wins the draw. Spadero fires a shot. He scores! Meth Spadero top shelf off a great feed from Albert Campbell, and Wayne Hills cuts the Ramapo lead to 6-2.
And they're gonna and that is the first step to success because they're gonna have to keep pressuring, keep the puck in the Ramapo zone, and taking those shots. You know, there's a high percentage shots when you got a one-on-none with just you and the goalie, and that was a good shot by Spadaro, and it went in.
Oh, baby, that was a beautiful shot. I mean, putting it top shelf. I mean, hopefully, you know, this could be their spark and put them back in this game right now. Only down 4. We need the Campbell magic.
As Wayne Hills strikes on the power play again for the second time tonight. I believe that's Spadero's first goal of the season. He's had a couple of assists. His brother Kevin has 2 goals on the year, but that's Spadero's first goal, and what a great time it comes at. Sorrenti down the ice. Sorrenti fires a shot wide of the net. As Harrison hits the puck into the Wayne Hills zone, handled by Rogers. Rogers hits the puck into the Ramapo zone. So now, if Wayne Hills gets closer, you know, you think Coach Emmerkadian second guesses himself to his goaltending decision?
Well, it depends on it depends on Brower's performance. If Brower's performing to a high level, as I speak there, Dave, I'll give you the call.
As Ramapo scores again out of deflection, as we're just talking about the goaltending situation, Ramapo scores their first goal on Ryan Brower to increase their lead to 7-2. Even strength goal here at 4-on-4.
Now all Wayne Hills could hope for is a miracle. I mean, don't need Herb Brooks to coach them to to come close to this game. I mean, sad to say, but 7-2 is a hard lead to overcome, especially we're closing down in the second period, and
They can do it.
As Licio was not sure if he comes out of the box, but since it's even strength, he stays in the box for 1 minute and 14 seconds. So when Choi gets out of the box, Ramapo will have power play time for, I believe, 47 seconds. Wayne Hills, they've been outplayed here in this game. It's been a tough go-around. Defense has really struggled. But Ramapo has seen Ryan Brower 2 games already, so they know what Ryan Brower can do. As Bright fires a shot saved by Mencken. And the first time these two teams played, Ryan Brower probably played one of his best games of the year. He was just fantastic. He gave up like 4 goals on close to 35 shots. He gave Wayne Hills every chance to win that game, but Wayne Hills is really struggling. As Campbell fires a shot with the backhander, saved by Mencken, as Campbell is denied on the rebound.
I mean, they have to keep pressuring because that's the only way they're going to be having success in this contest. But they had the right idea, just have to execute it. And when they get back on defense, they have to tighten up. They can't give it up. They can't score a goal, give up a goal. They can't do that because it's not going to get them back in the game.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second period. Ramapo on the power play. Licio penalty expires in 34 seconds. Campbell and Pindyke to take the draw. Pindyke draws it back to Harrison. Harrison behind his net. Backhand pass to Pecoraro. As Ramapo resets, they're on the power play for 22 more seconds. Puck taken away by Bright. Pecoraro has it. He would have had numbers. Pecoraro against Caller. Pecoraro behind the net. Pecoraro fires a shot. Saved by Brower. Makala. Shot. Fired, I believe, by Pindyke, and it goes up into the netting. 2 seconds left on the Ramapo power play.
And with 3 minutes left here, I mean, the Wayne Hills has, I keep emphasizing it, but they're going to have to score some goals here just to get them into the game and just get momentum back inside and not even that, build some confidence because they're going to need a whole lot of that.
It seems like every time Wayne Hills plays Ramapo, it's always a shootout, always many shots on goal. I mean, these guys, great scorers on both sides.
Griffith's shot is blocked, I believe, by Dan Lane, and Dan Lane getting off the ice slowly. I believe he took that one off the skate. Great play on defense by Dan Lane to get down and block the shot. The one thing Wayne Hills has done a pretty good job of is keeping their frustration level low. I know they're very frustrated, but they haven't let their emotions spill over like they have in prior games where they've been down by a lot.
Well, they can't. Otherwise, their chances of winning are slim to none. So if they let their emotions spill out, they're not going to win. But if they keep the composure, they still have a shot.
Abate handles the puck at mid-ice. Abate taken away by Martin. Rogers hits the puck out of the Wayne Hill zone. Puck hidden by Radvinsky. Rogers hits the puck up the boards to Weinstein. Weinstein tries to hit it ahead to Licio, but is out of his reach. Handled by Martin. Martin steps back, fires a pass. As number 20 of Ramapo, Mike Walsh, tries to pass to someone in front of that to no avail. Shot saved by Ryan Brower as he denies Martin. As Mencken skates to the bench, and Ramapo is going to have another power play here.
Another power play here for Wayne Hills and just, for Ramapo rather. And Wayne Hills, they just not playing smart hockey because committing really ridiculous penalties, not executing on their own power plays. They just, if they want to win, they have to do all the right things.
As Micah Bate is in the penalty box for 2 minutes. There's 1 minute and 57 seconds left here in the second period. So Ramapo have a power play for the remainder of the second period and the first 3 seconds of the third period. Pindyke wins the draw to Sorrenti. Sorrenti shot wide. Puck in the corner. Pecoraro shot as he is decked by Justin Licio. Harrison tries to keep it in. I'm not sure if they're going to go offsides. I think it's going to be offsides.
Yes, it will be. It will be an offside penalty. Questions, comments, criticisms, concerns, email us, WayneHillsTV@yahoo.com. That is WayneHillsTV at yahoo.com.
Sorrenti and Licio take the face-off. 1:38 here left in the second period. Sorrenti wins the face-off to Pecoraro. Pecoraro to Harrison. Harrison to Pindyke. Pindyke going against Coppola. Coppola scored in the second game against Ramapo this year at Sportorama. Makala fires a shot. Hits off the skate of, I believe, Rogers. Wayne Hills in transition. Bright fires a slap shot. Blocker saved by Mencken. As they're going to call a penalty, I believe it could be boarding on Will Harrison as it's Justin Licio. And Will Harrison just running his mouth to Justin Licio.
And we saw that was good sportsmanship by Licio. He paid no attention to it, just looked away. And no, that's what you got to do if you want to play the game right.
As Will Harrison hesitant to skate to the box. Actually, they called a penalty on Licio too. They called a penalty on Licio. I did not see what Licio did there. I really have no idea.
That was an awful call by the ref.
Awful call. I definitely agree. I mean, if anything, it should have been unsportsmanlike conduct on Harrison for what he did. So Wayno's even at a bigger disadvantage here, as Ramapo will have 1 and 11 seconds of 5-on-3 time. 1 minute left here in the second period. Ramapo is defeating Wayne Hill 7-2. Second line is out. Martin to Pindyke. Actually, the first line was out there. Pindyke to Sorrenti. Sorrenti skates it to the Wayne Hill zone. Dumps the puck in. Pindyke going against Bright. Bright pins Xander up against the boards. Shot. Fired. Saved by Ryan Brower as he stones Chris Martin. 33.9 seconds here left in the second period of play. Ramapo has 37 more seconds on the 5-on-3, and then I believe they will have, using my math skills, they'll have an extra 40 seconds, actually 50 seconds after that of 5-on-4 time.
Well, Miss Kacharski taught you well.
Yeah, Mrs. Kacharski, she's a fantastic math teacher. I get very good grades. Anyway, back to the action here. Less than 18 seconds here left in the second period. Ramapo 5-on-3. As Brower makes a great glove save as Matty Makala tries to shoot one hole for Ramapo, but Ryan Brower right there makes a great glove save.
And they really got to get, this is a good step for Wayne Hills, tightening up the defense. Now they just have to get the offense back into it.
Wayne Hills has definitely played better in this game, even though they are getting outshot 35-24, but they're getting outshot by a much larger margin early in the game. 2 seconds left here in the second period. Pecoraro handles the puck as time expires. Here in the second period of play, Ramapo is defeating Wayne Hill 7-2. Guys, what are your thoughts on the second period?
Well, quite frankly, it was horrible for Wayne Hills because they just dug themselves into a deeper hole, and if they want to come back into this third period, they're going to have to tighten up that defense. And I know I'm kind of repeating it a lot, but they're going to have to, because it's imperative in order for them to win.
Yeah, on the other hand, Ramapo's just playing great at every facet of the game. Their passing, their skating, their flow, their chemistry's been amazing. Their defense is stopping Albert Campbell, putting 2 guys on him, but he passes it across, they're sliding over, making sure, they control this zone and eliminating the amount of shots that come off.
Yeah, like you said, Carmelo, Ramapo is really doing a fantastic job playing defense on Albert Campbell. They have 2-3 guys going after the puck on Campbell. So that means Licio and Lane, or whoever's playing with Campbell, really has to step it up and try to get a goal here. But the first time these two teams, well, actually last year when these two teams played, Ramapo was up 4-2 going into the third period, and Wayne Hills came back. So I didn't think it could happen. Any last words, guys, for the second period?
One thing, Coach Amakanian has to give some motivational speech in this locker room. For these seniors, they don't want to end their career like this. Come on. To cut them some slack, they have to come back in this game if they want to end their season off on a good note, because it actually won't end their season, because if they do win, they play in the championship on Friday. So, Coach Amakanian, give them a good speech.
Thanks, guys. That is the end of the second period here at the North Burbank Ice Vault. The Wayne Hills Patriots are trailing the Ramapo Raiders 7-2. We'll be back in a few moments. We're going to interview Omar again in hopes of a comeback. So, Omar, what's happened to the defense today? The defense has just not been there today. What's been going on?
Well, it's just that Ramapo offense. That Ramapo offense has been killer, like, the whole game. And it doesn't help that the mindset of the defensemen in this game is to take their heads off, and they're kind of taking themselves out of the play, so it's not been helping.
As Sorrenti whiffs on a shower there, you won't see that too often. But what would you improve on defense? I know you played defense for the junior varsity squad. What would you be telling these defensemen?
Just to be more defensive-minded, because, like, you've seen the puck rushed up by the defenseman the whole game, and just give it to the offenseman and let them do the job.
I gotta ask you a question about Albert Campbell. Ramapo has done a great job containing him. Campbell has not scored a goal. He does have one assist. He assisted on the Spadero goal. Ramapo's been doing a great job playing defense on Campbell. 2 and 3 guys going after the puck. Great job by Ramapo on defense. So how does Campbell break free and get some opportunities at the net?
Well, it all depends on the people around him. If the people around them can make plays, they'll open up room for Albert. And once Albert gets the puck in open space, it's awesome.
Thank you very much, Omar. I know you had a great season on JV, and hopefully we have one more game. But if this is the last game, I look forward to seeing you next season, and hopefully you'll be on the ice for this team.
Thanks.
Yeah, so a little maybe a good luck charm here as Omar completes his interview. 13:47 left here in the third period as Rogers controls the puck, taken away by Martin as the refs blow their whistle for offsides.
Yeah, Omar made a great point before about them getting their heads in the game. I mean, they're thinking about how much they hate this team and how much they want to hit them, and they're focusing on laying big hits instead of playing solid defense. And you just got to get their heads in the game.
Just like you said, it's about team game as Kavanaugh just hits Martin. And Kavanaugh and Martin are exchanging words. Kavanaugh's got to be careful here. If Wayne Hills wants any chance to come back in this game, Eric Kavanaugh, who's the second best defenseman on this team, other than Dave Rogers, who's just a stud, Kavanaugh cannot be in the box at all. E. White and Martin to take the faceoff. E. White, Eric White, a fan favorite here at the North Fork Bank Ice Vault.
A people favorite. That Eric White, when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Yeah, Eric White, definitely a great role model for the younger students like Andrew Gayo here. As E. White wins the faceoff to Dan Lane. Handled by Ramapo. McGuire hits it up the boards, taken by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is hit into the boards by Ramapo. Very physical game against the boards. Dan Lane. Lane's got to be careful there. He's getting his hits on Chris Martin. As Lane hits down Walsh, as the Wayne Hills faithful gives Rousey chance. Shot by Martin, saved by Ryan Brower.
And once again, I mean, these big hits are great for respect, but they need to get goals. That's the more important thing.
Wright handles the puck, hits it out of the zone. As the refs blow icing, I guess in the NHL, the rule of icing is when the other team hits the puck, it goes, crosses the red line, and goes behind the net. A player on that team that wants to touch it for the icing has to touch the puck. I guess in high school, once you shoot it past that line, when you're in your own zone, I guess it's automatically icing.
Yeah, they don't need to touch up in high school, I believe.
Otherwise, Henry Capola would have had a good opportunity to score a goal, possibly. Shot by Pecoraro, wide of the net. Kept it by Harrison as Albert Campbell just gives Will Harrison a very hard hit to the boards, and the fans really like that hit by Campbell.
They're getting really physical, the Wayne Hills players. I mean, they were physical in the first 2 periods, but now they're just like going out and trying to practically just knock them on the ground.
As Fernicol hits the puck up, handled by Pecoraro. Puck taken away by Mike Abate. Abate flicks the puck into the Ramapo zone. Stopped by Mencken. As number 23 for Ramapo, Ix, just hits Mike Abate down. Abate not happy with Ix. As Ix is going to the box for 2 minutes. It could be roughing. Not sure what the call will be. I'd like to wish our injured players a speedy recovery. Phil Panner and Eric Suntup. Phil Panner got hurt in the junior varsity game on January 21st. He broke his arm. And Eric Suntup broke his finger against the Mawa Thunderbirds on January 27th. We wish them speedy recoveries as they are both out for the season. As Mike Abate is going to the box. I really have no clue why. I don't understand this call. He was pushed by Ix. I don't get it. What do you guys think?
Well, it's a bad call, literally.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is roughing, but if anything, it was roughing on him.
So 5 on 5 here. These could be
penalty's offset. The penalty's offset, David.
Yeah, but usually they're at 4-on-4, wouldn't you think?
No, most of the time I've noticed that it's 5-on-5.
Choi down the ice, block, head saved by Ryan Brower.
Now let's just keep this under control. But Ryan Brower has come in and done a nice relief job here in his duty here for the Patriots.
Yeah, Ryan Brower has played very well here in goal. It's tough coming off the bench and playing a team like Ramapo, but I believe he's only allowed 1 goal on 11 shots, playing fantastic. Defense has also stepped it up, but Ryan Brower has held his end of the bargain. Spadero up the ice, taken away by Pecoraro, as the refs are going to blow their whistle for offsides. So the players are definitely familiar with these refs. These same refs have refed many of Wayne Hills' games this year, but I don't know what it is. I just don't understand some of these calls.
Yeah, they really make some questionable calls out there. I mean, they are pretty solid refs for high school refs, but they always miss a lot of tripping calls, and sometimes they tend to call roughing calls when it's on the other team but you can't get every call right.
Well, Carmelo, to say the least, they battle. These officials, they go out there and they try their best. It's very hard working at a level like this. I'm an umpire for Wayne Little League, and it's hard with all the fans and stuff. And sometimes it's much easier to say stuff and then see stuff when it's actually happening. But the refs try their best, and that's all you can ask for, guys.
Right, they're warriors out there, those refs. They battle night in and night out, and they just give it their all.
Well, the refs, besides battling the players and the coaches, they have to battle the fans, so it's one of the toughest jobs. The players just have to battle the opposing players. The refs have to battle coaches, players, and fans. As there's a scuffle right in front of the Ramapo net as Mencken covers up. As Joey Russo just walks by, still optimistic about Wayne Hills' chance. He's a diehard fan, great basketball player. Choi fires a shot, saved by Brower. Another shot by Choi, saved by Brower again. As Licio clears. And they have to call a penalty there on X. He just could be boarding, because he just sent Licio into the boards. If they call a penalty on Licio here, then I wouldn't know what's wrong.
And Eric Kavanaugh has just limped off the ice as well. And they oh my goodness, they called a penalty on Licio.
This
now
is
I
just
take that back
ridiculous.
about them.
I don't understand this.
Yeah,
He just gets hit into the boards.
Yeah, I take that back about what I said before. I mean, that was inexcusable, that call right there. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. That was a bonehead call.
To say the least, I mean, Licio was obviously the one that was pushed.
I don't get it. I mean, are the refs afraid to put a team at a disadvantage here? Obviously, Wayne Hills is on the power play as number 20 for Ramapo, Mike Walsh, is in the box, but Licio didn't even do anything there. I mean, he's hitting to the boards.
It could have possibly been something we didn't see, some kind of extracurricular activity going on there, maybe a little talking, but it looks like the way the refs are signaling, something about a takedown trip. I have no clue what they're doing.
As the referees are talking to the Ramapo head coach, Steve Schick, who's just done a fantastic job with his squad this year. Ramapo finished in first place in the NBIL Division 1 for the season, 16-1-1. Their only loss coming against Indian Hills. Not sure who their tie was against. Their tie was also against Indian Hills, so they did not beat Indian Hills in the season. So last year was the first year they last year was the first year they had NBIL divisions for hockey. All these teams did have hockey before, but they had red, white, and blue divisions. So they usually did it by season, who had the best season point totals for NBL championships. And 2 years ago, hard to believe how the mighty have fallen, but Passac Valley was the top team in the NBIL Division 2. And this year, they only won 2 games, I believe, as a shot is fired, saved by Rossman as he stones Martin.
Brower, you mean? Brower.
Sorry about that. I was talking about the NBIL Division. So Passac Valley was the NBIL Division 2 champion 2 years ago because they did not play a tournament, and Fairlawn was the NBIL Division 1 champion.
Who was the Division 2 champion last year, Dave?
Indian Hills, they beat Northern Highlands in the final.
Yeah, Indian Hills is one of the great teams in North Jersey. I mean, and in my opinion, they should be in a better league than the NBIL.
As Bright just hits Radvinsky to the ice, and the fans rise up and cheer for Doug Bright. Campbell up the ice on the power play. 29 seconds left on the power play. Rogers shoots it in front as Mencken is on the ground. Good job defensively by Ramapo as Pecoraro clears. And there's going to be another penalty, I believe. No, there's not. I thought the refs had their arms in the air. As Spadaro takes the puck in front of Brower, passes up to Campbell. 9 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the third period. Wayne Hill's down 7-2. Mackler gets around Spadaro, stoned by Brower. As Let's Go Wayne Hill's chants starts to erupt here from the North Fork Bank Ice Ball. Rogers up the ice, taken by Pecoraro. Pecoraro skates around Rogers. Tries to pass it to Sorrenti, blocked by Spadaro.
Well, they're going to have to get something started because, I mean, their defense is tightened up, but they need the offense in this period.
Rogers going for the puck against Xander Pindyke. Pindyke passes it to Makala. Lane pins Makala against the boards as Wayne Hills clears. Ramapo tries to get the puck out of their zone, kept in by Lane. Choi tries to hit the puck up. A lot of hitting going on by the Ramapo bench. As the puck is free, Pindyke against Brower, 2-on-1. Sorrenti back to Pindyke, and the puck hits over Pindyke's skate. He could not handle it. So a botched opportunity there by Ramapo. Shot by Martin, saved by Brower, rebound, Ramapo scores. I believe it was Robbie Sorrenti on the rebound after Brower stopped the initial shot from Martin. 8-2 Ramapo.
Wayne Hills really needs to get their heads in the game, and just seems like the whole period all they've been focusing on is laying down the big hits. And although big hits are nice and could bring energy, they've only gotten 3 shots on goal off in this period. They got to put the puck on net and, start getting down to business.
Well, I think this is a nail in the coffin. 7-2 was very tough to come back from, but at least Wayne Hills had the whole third period to try to get something started. But halfway through the third period, 8-2, that's definitely the nail in the coffin. If the goal is given to Sorrenti, it would be his second goal of the game.
Yeah, this game has been long over, but I mean, they can still, give us some effort and try to put a couple goals on there just to make it a better game.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just make it respectable. I know Wayne Hills does not want to go down like this, losing 8-2. As more security is coming into the North Fork Bank Ice Wall, try to prevent any fights from the fans. Definitely a good idea to bring more security in. As Eric White takes the face-off, Martin, as he is met with a big hit from Eric Kavanaugh. Abate handles the puck behind his own net. 7 minutes and 25 seconds here left in the third period of play. Wayne Hills is losing to Ramapo 8-2. I'm David Suntup alongside Andrew Gayo and Carmelo Guarneri. Wayne Hills is being outshot by Ramapo 43-28. Kavanaugh up to Kevin Spadaro, the freshman. As Spadaro is hit down by Walsh. Pecoraro, the captain, up the ice. Shot saved by Brower. As number 3 for Ramapo, Alan Ravinsky, shot is stopped. Grab 2 for Ramapo. Martin, 1-on-1 against Brower, shot is over the goal.
And this game has just turned out to be really ugly. I mean, hard hits are really starting to come alive now, and then it just could get worse.
As Pecoraro just gives a big hit to Justin Licio. And Matt Spadaro just sends Alan Ravinsky flying into the boards. Rogers up the ice. Shot blocked by Pecoraro, headed by Mencken. Ramapo tries to clear, and they do so. Choi, 1-on-1 against Brower. Choi fires a shot. Great pad save by Ryan Brower.
Brower really has made a statement in this game that he can play the goal.
Definitely very impressive, considering he came into this game halfway through. Came in cold.
Coming in cold, I mean, he's done an excellent job. One of the few bright spots on the Wayne Hills Patriots thus far tonight.
Choi hits a backhander out of the zone. Spadaro resets. Spadaro to Licio. Taken away by Harrison. as I believe they are going to call offsides.
Yeah, this game is getting real nasty now. I mean, Ramapo is just looking to keep the score up, and Wayne Hills really doesn't have too much to play for here. I mean, just playing for pride right now, so that's about it.
5:32 left here in the third period. Wayne Hills trailing Ramapo 8-2. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please email the Wayne Hills Video Club at waynehillstv@yahoo.com. Once again, that is waynehillstv@yahoo.com. So Wayne Hills basically playing for pride here, as Carmelo said. Albert Campbell has a 12-game goal scoring streak as the Buck is ahead to Pindyke as Robert D'Arienzo makes a great play to hit the pike away from Xander Pindyke. Makala to Pindyke. Pindyke fires a shot. Pad saved by Brower. You know, Xander Pindyke has really had a great season for Ramapo. I met him in a very weird way. I was a public address announcer for the first game, and he got into the penalty box, so I announced his name, and I called him Xander Pindyke. So he banned the boys. He told me the correct pronunciation, excuse me. So then I talked to him after the game, and I apologized. So he's a very quiet kid, but very nice, very modest. He just goes out there and plays. And I also found out he was in my fantasy football league this year with a couple of other Ramapo kids. So, and I beat him both times this year in fantasy football. You know, his team just didn't have it in him this year. I guess maybe next year I'll be a little better, but I'm sure winning this game will make up for it. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game, and possibly the Wayne Hills season as Mencken covers up. So Albert Campbell, I know he doesn't have a goal tonight, but he's just had an incredible year, especially the last 12 games, scoring a goal in every game. Just incredible.
Now, Dave, with 4:46 remaining here, and it's 8-2 deficit, I just want to talk about, we're going to get into the seniors in a little bit. I want to talk about next year, though. It's going to be a team full of really all seniors. I mean, they're only giving up, 5 seniors, I believe, this year are graduating.
Correct.
And that means a lot. And there's a lot of juniors right now that are on JV that will be in seniors next year. So the team is going to be stocked full of seniors, and I just want to know your prediction of how the team's going to be, who's going to be the starting goalie, whether it's going to be Rossman or Brower, or they're going to split time like they did this year, and the overall, how are they going to do performance-wise?
Well, unless Rossman or Brower comes out and makes a statement saying, I am much better than the other goalie, they will split time like they did this year. The team is definitely going to be a lot worse next year. I mean, this year was tough, but they're losing Dave Rogers, they're losing Micah Bate, they're losing Ricky Fernacola, they're losing Kevin Capola, and they're losing Eric Suntup. 5 key contributors to this team. Losing Rogers and Bate will hurt the most since they play a ton, and Dave Rogers is one of the top players in Passaic County. Campbell fires a shot saved by Mencken. So the team is definitely going to be worse next year, but younger players like Kevin Spadero and Matt Weinstein, they played very well for their first year on varsity. They're only freshmen, so they will grow. They'll need to get a little bigger. They've adjusted to the varsity game, so I expect them to step in and really play great for this team next year. They don't really have much coming up from the 8th grade level. The only player I know of coming up is the brother of Matt Weinstein, Josh Weinstein, who will probably be the junior varsity goaltender next year. He will be one of the incoming 8th graders, and he will be the JV goalie and the future goalie for this Wayne Hills team.
As well, Robert D'Arienzo, right now a sophomore, he's going to develop. He'll be seeing a lot of action next year on the varsity level as well. Even though he's been on varsity since his freshman year, he hasn't really gotten a lot of time, but he has next year. Expect him to exceed expectations.
And guys, not to mention now that the puck is stopped, I'm starting to choke up a little bit. This is my last game at the Ice Vault, my last hockey game ever, as I will graduate and
move on to bigger,
has some great memories here,
We've done some great games.
Done some great things,
I wanted to thank Carmelo. I know you're still going to be broadcasting this spring, but I'd really like to thank you for your dedication to the Wayne Hills Video Club for 4 years. You made a huge commitment. You really helped us out. Great announcer. We all enjoy listening to you. I'd like to thank you for your dedication. As a shot by Bright is saved by Mencken. As the Wayne Hills fans are getting a little rowdy as one of the executive board members of the Ice Vault comes out to quiet the Wayne Hills faithful. As Mencken makes another save. 3 minutes and 1 second left here in the third period. Ramapo is winning this game 8-2, and they do have a 5-on-3 advantage for 5 more seconds.
Absolutely. I mean, the fans are getting out of control, but the game has been out of control, so there's nothing you can do about the situation that has erupted out of this game. It's become a mess.
So I know this is the last winter event that we are broadcasting, but we still have SDA coming up March 3rd. And then stay tuned with us for the spring season. We'll be broadcasting baseball games, softball, lacrosse, volleyball. It will definitely be a great season as Campbell fires a shot in. So you can listen to Carmelo, Guarneri, and Matt Dubow broadcast. Andrew and I, we're going to be playing sports. Andrew will be playing as Wade Hill scores. I believe that was, not sure it's going to go, Justin Vicio on the goal. I believe it was on a rebound. I didn't see the play because we were talking. And it was on a rebound as Wade Hill cuts the lead to 8-3. 2 minutes and 49 seconds here left in the third period.
Little too late, just a little goal there to get momentum, on their side, but it's going to be tough for them. But Dave, this is our last game of the year for us. We'll be back next year. Tune in for us against the Indian Hills, the first football game of the year next year. That will be our first video club event for the 2006-2007 season.
Yeah, if you're a high school football guru, Friday, September 8th at 7 o'clock, go to Patriot Stadium as Ray Van Peden, Mike G and Papa, Jeff Brzezinski, Tim Waller,
Danny
DeSico, all these players get ready for their first game
Dave
against
Ogden.
The Indian Hills. Yeah, can't forget Dave Ogden. Led this team in sacks. I believe he led the state in sacks.
Yes, he did.
Matt Johnson, Scott Schultz. So, we'll be back for football. We just got new headsets today. Very exciting for us. We'll have intercom, so we will have a sideline report for football. So very excited.
And we're also going to have a new sponsor come the fall season. Dave, would you like to give us our sponsor?
I believe it is going to be the Outback. All the Wade Hills players from football go there after all the games, including Mob. So the Outback is probably going to be our sponsor. Nothing official yet. So it's definitely going to be very exciting. And we forgot another player who's going to be on next year's hockey team, Andrew Axelman. This year he didn't really play a lot. He definitely has a lot of potential. But he is a nifty trash talker, I'll tell you that. He dressed in his first game in the Passaic County tournament on December 27th. And he was talking trash to West Milford. He got in their heads. And one of the West Milford players, after he scored a goal, talked to Andrew Axelman, and the West Milford player got a penalty. So Andrew Axelman has been a great contributor to this team this year in the locker room. The players love the man. Andrew Axelman just really lightens all the players up as there's fighting going on. Ricky Fernicola is joined with some Ramapo players. So is Dan Lane. Dan Lane is going to the penalty box, so he was one of those players that I was worried about going to the box. He really did a great job staying out, but it's unfortunate that he's going to end his season, his junior year, on the penalty box. A minute 47 here left in the third period.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but you know what? He wanted he has a history between this team, and he had to, make a statement by, go defending his players.
As Micah Bay is also going to end his Wayne Hills career in the penalty box. So, not sure what the situation will be.
Yeah, guys, this stuff tends to happen at the end of games. Like I've said many times before, not much to play for, realistically. It's 8-3, so they pretty much just pride is at stake, and their emotions get the best of them, and it's a rough sport out there,
As the three seniors who are able to play, Eric Suntup is out with a broken thumb, and Micah Bay is in the penalty box. So, a good gesture by the Wayne Hills coaching staff, Darren Mercanian, head coach, Tony Chapka, and Dave Daden, the assistants, to play the three seniors for the last few minutes of this game. Kevin Coppola, Ricky Fernicola, Dave Rogers, Albert Campbell, and Ryan Brower, who are juniors, the only non-seniors on the ice. As Coppola and Xander Pendike take the face-off. Pecoraro fires a shot behind the goal. As Campbell clears. So Ramapo has a 5-on-4 here. A minute 33 left in the Wayne Hills season. Yeah, so this is my last game and Andrew's last game. I'm playing JV tennis, maybe varsity tennis. We'll see what happens. Andrew will be the catcher for the junior varsity baseball squad. So it's definitely sad. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned into our games and watched us all these times. I know my brother Eric Suntup, who's a senior. He'll be going to college next year. But every Saturday night when I've been doing games or the drill, he's tuned in and sat in front of the TV and watched. So I definitely like to thank my family for watching all these games and all the other great fans who have watched these games.
Yeah, I would like to thank everyone. It's been really a great year of us broadcasting games. A record-setting year. I don't think any other year has topped the amount of events we've done. We've done multiple, and our winning percentage is pretty high, I guess you could say. And that gives large part to the football team because they had the best winning percent, the best winning percentage in North Jersey And I just like to thank everyone for tuning into our games and just giving us the respect and really, the compliments. Just keep them coming. The emails. Thank you very much. We'll see you next year.
30.6 seconds here left in the third period of play. Wayne Hills is winning 8-3.
Yeah, it was a great
Wayne
winter
Hills is
season,
losing
guys.
8-3. Excuse me.
Yeah, you might want to add that one in there, Dave. But it's a great winter season. I mean, did a good job. I mean, just wait for the spring season. Tune in. I'll be taking over play-by-play duties. Be making my debut. So if you want to hear me, just make sure
Carmelo
you
will
tune
pick up
in.
the slack.
Especially for baseball. I'm a guru. You know how it is.
Yeah, very, very sad for me and Andrew. We are working our last ever game with Carmelo Guarneri. I wish you the best of luck, whatever you do in life, whatever university you go to. I definitely wish you the best of luck. But one more thing.
Thank you very much.
At the end of this game, I know Wayne Hills did not play a very good game. They will lose this game. But stand up, if you're at home, stand up in front of your TV and give a standing ovation to the 5 seniors on this team. Dave Rogers, Ricky Fernicola, Kevin Coppola, Micah Bate, and Eric Suntup. They really played their hearts out 4 years for this program. They had great seasons. And I know it's sad that all 5 of those seniors are ending their careers, but they had great careers. And even though this was a tough game, look back on their careers with great memories.
Yeah, Carmelo, we wish you off the better things. So hopefully you guys say you want a minor possibly in broadcasting. We were in the same boat last year. Our last game that we did with Cody Kushel, who was the main play-by-play man last year. He was also a great individual. He went off to Rowan University and currently is working for the Rowan Television Network as the play-by-play man for the TV squad. So he is just doing, he's fulfilling his future and what he wants to do for the rest of his life.
Yeah, definitely sad to lose Cody, but at least Cody went out with a win. We won in overtime. He had one of the most memorable calls in Wayne Hills history. And also, we lost Dave Rogers and Chad Cutler, 2 fantastic broadcasters. So I know Dave wants to major in communications. I wish him the best of luck with that. Dave Rogers, very bright. I know he's very capable of making it to the next level, and same with Chad Cutler. I don't know where Dave will be attending college. It could be an Ivy League school. But Chad Cutler will probably go to the Arizona State University. So we'll definitely miss Chad a lot. He will be far away. 25 seconds here left in the third period of play. Radvinsky skates down the ice. Ramapo will advance to face Fairlawn on Friday as Ryan Brown makes a save. Rebounded by Radvinsky as he puts in the rebound. And Ramapo increases their lead 9-3 with 17 seconds left.
That was a nail in the coffin right there. That was pretty much the story of the season for the Wayne Hills Patriots. Just sums it up right with that last shot.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Rebounds. These goalies have not been as good as Charlie in terms of controlling rebounds, and the defense has not been there to hit those rebounds away.
And they just let Michael Bake back on the ice for his last moment.
Yeah, even though he was supposed to be in the box the rest of the game, good gesture by the rest of Michael Bate on the ice. I don't know why Kevin Coppola's not on the ice. They should have the seniors in. 3 seconds left in the season. Ricky Fernicola is going to hit the puck into Ramapo zone as Ramapo celebrates as they defeat the Wayne Hills Patriots 9-3 here at the North Fork Bank Ice Vault. Guys, what are your thoughts on this?
It was
tough loss for Wayne.
It was an ugly game. The first period it was interesting because Wayne Hills came out they really stunned the Ramapo Green Raiders. They came out leading 1-0 halfway through through the first period, and reality. Ramapo. We all know that one of the elite teams this year in North Jersey, and they just came out and they basically Wayne Hills did not know what hit them.
Yeah, Wayne Hills just self-destructed. They couldn't hold that 1-0 lead. They let their emotions get the better of them. And it's not their fault. Ramapo's a superior team in pretty much every part of the game. And, they played a good game. 37 shots on goal. Their defense wasn't too great, but, what are you going to do about it?
Well, Ramapo they just played a better game. Sorrenti, Makala, Martin, Radvinsky, Pindyke, they were just too much for this Wayne Hills team. The defense couldn't keep up. And, when you leave Robbie Sorrenti wide open in front of your net, you're not going to win too many games. Ix skating after the faceoff was won by Wayne Hills, you just stole the puck and skated in. Those are goals that are just inexcusable, and you can't let those plays happen if you expect to win games. And Brian Rossman and Brian Brower, they played very well in goal today. Ramapo scored 9 times on 57 shot attempts.
48, Dave.
Well, 48 saves.
No, 48 shots on goal.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
This is my mistake. It happens. So
It's getting
Ramapo
late.
scored 9 goals on 48 shots. Sorry about my misinterpretation of the scoreboard. And the offense just wasn't there today. Ramapo did a great job bottling up Albert Campbell. They had 2 or 3 guys going after Campbell every time he touched the puck. Campbell really had no room to maneuver. He did have an assist in his game, but his 12-game goal-scoring streak comes to an end. Campbell does end the year with 35 goals and 25 assists, a total of 60 points. Dave Rogers ends his senior season with 17 goals and 17 assists. Micah Bate ends the year with 5 goals and 19 assists. Alicio, 13 goals, 13 assists. Weinstein, 5 goals, 10 assists. Dan Lane, 5 goals and 5 assists. And Doug Bright, 6 goals and 3 assists. So it's going to be very sad losing the seniors. Dave Rogers, you were here since freshman year. You played. You got a lot of ice time once you came here. Great leadership when you came in from freshman year. You really played well. You gave it your all every night. The passion, the energy, the passion you had for hockey, not during the off season. You really scored a lot of goals. You were a big contributor. You know, last year, I know it was tough when you had your collarbone injury, but you came back and you sacrificed for the team. I know you weren't at full strength, but you were a great help, and you helped Wayne Hills win the NBIL 1 division championship. Micah Bate, assistant captain, you really brought a leadership role this year. You really passed the puck well, played great on defense. You were also one of those players that came in freshman year and contributed right away. Great dedication to hockey. I know you played traveling. We're going to miss you a lot. Ricky Fernicola, great energy, very talented player. You scored some big goals this season, like the goal against Wayne Valley in front of the whole town. Great moment, great energy. You'll be missed a lot. Kevin Capola really played a great season. Very smart player, very good with the puck. Great team player. You know, did what was best for the team. His parents, Don and Steve, very dedicated to this Wayne Hills hockey program. So we're going to miss you a lot. And Eric Suntup, I know it was tough ending your season with an injury for the last 2 years, but I know you're my brother. I was very proud to see you play the last 4 years here for Wayne Hills. You really gave it your all every night. You really played hard. You did what was best for the team. And I wish all the seniors the best of luck. And even though Wayne Hills lost this game and they end their season 8-14-1, it was still a good season overall. You know, they played hard and they gave it their best. As Ramapo will advance to face Fairlawn on Friday, February 24th at 6 o'clock. So it should be a great matchup between Ramapo and Fairlawn.
And absolutely, I mean, those seniors, you've been here since basically freshman year when this all started. It's an end of an era, I guess you could say, because these players, they've been around, you know, with a lot of different teammates, and they've done very well in their courses of the years. But it's unfortunate it has to end like this, and it is unfortunate that they've never had the privilege to make the state tournament. But they all know that they will remember that they did win in the 2004-2005 season of the Division I championship of the NBIL.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these kids have played their hearts out, and they've been through many ups and downs throughout their careers, you know, from first having the Ice Bowl open to, you know, having bad seasons to, you know, getting better. And last year having the huge upset over Ramapo and winning the NBIL counties, and to, you know, having a subpar season like this year. But, you know, there are some bright spots, and let's just hope for the future for this club and hope for the best.
Yeah, I'd also like to thank Carmelo Guarneri, our senior announcer. Last ever hockey game, last ever game at the Vault. We really enjoyed your presence this year. You really did a great job. Anyways, the final from the North Fork Bank Ice Vault as Wayne Hills bows out to Ramapo 9-3. Ramapo outshot Wayne Hills 48-37. Micah Bate, Justin Licio, and Matt Madero getting the goals for Wayne Hills. For Andrew Gayo, Carmelo Guarneri, show on you, James Valenti, one of our other seniors. I'd like to thank James for doing camera and audio for us all these years. Thank you very much, James. And Mr. Hookstraight, I'm David Suntup. Watch Channel 77, WHTV for the spring season. I'm David Suntup, signing off.